Hello. For today's argumentative speech, I thought about the topic for many hours, trying to figure out which would be the best topic to talk about for an argumentative speech. There's the basics. There's like tobacco use, whether alcohol should be legal, um, all the way to like abortion, climate change. You name it. There's a lot of huge topics. Black Lives Matter. You can go on and on and on. But I decided to choose probably what I find to be one of the most important subjects, and that would be obvious what the best NFL team is. Um, so it's obviously the Pittsburgh Steelers. There's a lot of good teams. People would say, like the Patriots, they're a dynasty. They've got Tom Brady, he's the best quarterback of all time. You got the Cowboys. They had Emmitt Smith and Troy Aikman. Even the 49ers. A lot of people think that they're one of the best because of Joe Montana and Jerry Rice connection for so many years. I even bought into that franchise for a short time. When I was a kid, I grew up in California, and obviously you always want to pick a team that's in your area or is like your home team. And yeah, the 49ers, that was my team when I was a kid, before I realized what football should be. Over years and years of watching football, I was a 49ers fan to start with. Then I went to becoming Kansas City Chiefs fan. I think mostly because Joe Montana. He was a 49er. He moved over to the Chiefs, and he was the quarterback, so I followed that as a young child. And then it just came down to what football is. Smash mouth, defense, and running. And there is no better team that does that and has done that for years other than the Pittsburgh Steelers. They had the Steel Curtain in the 70s. Best defense ever. Took them to multiple Super Bowls. Terry Bradshaw, just one of the greatest all-time quarterbacks. Underrated by far, because he was kind of just out there, off the whim, throw the ball, just win games. Gunslinger, kind of like a Brett Favre. But to the Steelers, Pittsburgh Steelers. If you're a bandwagon person, pick the Steelers. They win every year, go to the playoffs most of the time. If they don't go to the playoffs, you get mad because they don't make it. They got 6 Super Bowls. They are the most winningest football team in the NFL. Like no other team has won as many Super Bowls as they have. They're number one. They were the first team to hit 4 Super Bowls. First team to hit the 4th. And now they're still leading with 6. They have like one of the best organizations, family owned, with the Rooneys, and they just all love football. The NFL would be nothing without the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's just one of those teams that is going to win every week. It's a thing. Yeah, the Patriots, they're great. And they're one of our biggest pains because they always stop us in the AFC. If it wasn't for the Patriots, I guarantee you we would have more Super Bowl wins over the last decade than they have now. That's the only team that's ever been able to stop them. What else? Why else would you pick the Steelers? Their uniforms, for one. They're black and gold. Come on, there's nothing better. Black's one of the best colors in the world. It matches with everything. And gold is like the color of money, pretty much, other than green. But you don't want to be a Green Bay Packer fan, because those guys are terrible. But the team in general, they are amazing. Because not only do they win all the time, they win Super Bowls, they win playoff games, they make it to the playoffs. But they also know how to roll with the times. Yes, they were huge defense. They were great with running the ball. Some of the greatest. Terry Bradshaw, like I said, Jerome Bettis, running back. Crazy awesome running back. One of the biggest guys on the field, but had feet like a ballerina. He just run over everybody. Tippy-toe down the sideline. And now, in today's day, they've adjusted. They changed the way they play. They're not a defensive heavy team. They do defense. They have great defense. They're always rolling with that as well. But now they've changed to where they're not just defense and run. Where now they're a pass heavy team. The league has changed to you need to pass the ball to win. So what did they do? They changed. Ben Roethlisberger, one of the biggest, baddest quarterbacks in his time. Great scrambler. Takes down guys because he's bigger than a linebacker. But then he learned how to stay in the pocket, throw down the field, work with his running backs. Le'Veon Bell, one of the best receiving running backs in the league now. Antonio Brown, by far the best wide receiver over the last 3-4 years. Hands down. It's the Steelers. There's no one else. It's the Steelers. Yeah, they're the greatest. And they're going to continue to be great. They're going to be great for the next 100 years. They're just that type of organization. They don't pay their players. They don't keep people that think they're great. They help them become great. The people that push to be great because they want more money or whatever, they let them go, and they just find new and better people in the drafts and free agency, and they just continue to be one of the best organizations. And that's just never going to end. So, yeah, the most important topic right now is the greatest team, and it's by far the Steelers. Thank you. Have a good day.